Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your October 2021 general readings. We are looking at the first half of October, so from the 1st through the 15th, and this reading is for the earth sign of Virgo. Welcome, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. Thanks for taking the time to be here to watch this or any of the videos on my YouTube channel. For all of your likes, shares, subscribing, donations, feedback, comments, those of you who reach out for personal readings, all welcome. Thank you so much. So this reading is for Virgo for the first 2 weeks of October 2021. That's if your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign is in Virgo. It's relevant if you're cross-watching for a Virgo. It's a general reading, so of course it's going to resonate a little differently for everyone. Watch all of your signs for any additional insight or perspective they might provide. And if you find that any of the readings resonate with you and you'd like to reach out for a personal reading, perhaps take a deeper look at something for yourself or as a gift for someone else, you can click on the arrow below, click on the description link, which will show you contact details, my email address, maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. Please feel free to email me directly. I'd be delighted to hear from you. I can usually respond within the same day with more information. I do offer a wide variety of readings, and I do readings full time. It's all that I do, so I'm pretty diligent about timely scheduling. So message me if you'd like. I'd be most happy to hear from you and delighted to work with you. Okay, Virgo, let's see what the first 2 weeks of October look like for you. I am using the Tarot of Dreams and clarifying with the Gilded Tarot. Okay, Virgo, we begin, same as Taurus, we begin with the Hanging Man. Waiting, watching, not being the aggressor pursuer, not taking action, waiting, watching something playing out. Perhaps gaining bits of knowledge and information along the way. With Justice, the Reap What You Sow card. Transparency, honesty, being ethical and moral, the right thing to do. Perhaps you're it could be that you're waiting for a decision, hopefully the right one, or you're waiting to see what the right thing to do is, the best thing to do, because you don't have all the information yet. There's still something playing out. Sometimes this combination of the Hanging Man and Justice can represent just not taking action in something because you're either giving somebody enough rope to hang themselves with, or you're just going to let the situation sort itself out one way or the other without getting involved actively. Next, we have the Eight of Cups, leaving, walking away from something unsatisfying, unfulfilling, in search of your wish fulfillment, which would be the Nine of Cups, which is next. The Five of Swords, a hard-won victory, possibly separating yourself from people, places, and situations that just have turned out to hurt you or exploit you in some way. This is a combination of cards too. I mean, the Five of Swords can represent winning at all costs, no matter what the cost is. And that could be a situation at work. It could be holding on to a relationship, holding on to a toxic job. And it might have been that previously you were willing to hold on to something no matter what. But here you might be actually giving up on that whole, maybe it's not worth it. Next, we have the Nine of Wands, the Wounded Warrior card, being very close to the end of a very difficult cycle, feeling discouraged, depressed. Here's yet something else to deal with. Should I give up? Should I go on? Kind of a contemplative energy. I'm watching this. I don't know if this is worth it anymore. Should I just, the Devil. Toxic, negative cycles, obsessive energy. Something that has become unhealthy, but there's also something alluring about it, so it just keeps pulling you back in, and around you go, right? From the bottom of the deck, the overall energy for the first 2 weeks of October with this situation is the Chariot. The Chariot is it's a higher, more intensive energy of like the Five of Swords, winning at all costs, and that's pretty much what the Chariot represents too. It represents you can have success, whatever success technically is, but it's on a hard and difficult road, and you might get run over 9 or 10 times in the process of doing that. And the only way to win is to stay ambitious, stay focused on your goal. There's this energy, and it's somewhat similar to your sister or brother sign Taurus. You know, there's this energy of watching something playing out. And with the Devil card here, it's probably something you've seen play out before, over and over and over again. And maybe previously you were thinking, you know, I'm going to hold on to this thing, this person, this relationship, this job, you know, because this is a general reading. It could be a variety of different things. It's worth it because I'll have this in the end. But over time, as things get more and more difficult and the cycles keep repeating itself, it's like, I don't know if that's the best thing to do. I don't know if winning at all costs is actually worth it here. I don't know if the end justifies the means here. It's like you're waiting, you're watching, you're not quite sure what the right thing is to do here, but you're starting to think, you know, maybe it's time that I just need to walk away. I'm not sure if this is worth it anymore. That's kind of the gist of this whole reading. Let's clarify a little bit. Clarify the Chariot. And it also feels like you're not sure if you should take action, if you should get involved or enter into this in some way, because maybe you did before, and, you know, clarify the Chariot. The Knight of Swords, to rush in there and talk and converse. The Six of Pentacles, maybe to make some gesture or offer. Judgment. Yeah, again, Judgment is a card that represents being at a crossroads and making a choice, but that choice will be significant one way or the other. If you don't do anything, things will stay the same. If you do something different, it's going to change your life path, right? So depending on what you do or don't do depends on how this works out for you. And again, it's kind of of not knowing if this is worth it anymore. Should you go in there and say something, offer, you know? Clarify the Hanging Man. The Moon. Don't know. The Hanging Man. Waiting, watching. It's not entirely clear yet. Strength. Facing fears, doubts, insecurities. Maybe the truth of a situation which you haven't wanted to accept before. Clarify Justice. But overall, a sense of not knowing. Should I do this? Should I not do this? Should I get involved? Should I back out? Should I? Justice. The Five of Wands, conflict. Sometimes petty drama, if that's what this is about. Internal conflict, external conflict. But this is clarifying justice, so it's unclear or it's not agreed upon, whether inside of yourself or with another person, on what the right thing is to do. Clarify the Eight of Cups. It's quite similar to Taurus's, but that was clearly about a relationship or something affecting a relationship. I'm not sure here. Could be in any area of life. Clarify the Eight of Cups. The Four of Wands. The Hanging Man again. So the Four of Wands is one of the happy home cards, one of the marriage, wedding cards, talks about stable homes. The Hanging Man, of course, we've already addressed. Waiting, watching, not being clear yet. Do I leave this situation? Should I leave this marriage? Should I leave this home? Whether it's you or it could be somebody quite close to you. Clarify the Five of Swords. Yeah, there's a sense of not knowing if it's worth it anymore. Justice. Maybe the right thing to do is to remove yourself from this situation, which also removes its ability to hurt you over time. But still not sure. I don't know how many of you are actually going to make a decision or take action during this time. It feels like you're just kind of starting to think that maybe you should leave, but not entirely sure yet. Clarify the Nine of Wands. I mean, the Nine of Wands and the Devil is like this endless cycle. I don't know if I want to be involved in this anymore because it feels like it's never going to end. The Seven of Wands, defending, guarding, protecting, standing up for. That's what you're tired of. It's like, because the Devil card is with it, which means it's kind of an endless toxic cycle. Clarify the Devil. It feels like you guys are thinking seriously about giving up on something, someone. It might be about a relationship or a home situation, or it might be another area of life that's negatively affecting your home life or relationship. The Nine of Swords, stress, anxiety, worry, sleepless nights. This is what's clarifying this toxic cycle. The Wheel of Fortune, divine timing and orchestration. The Ten of Wands. It's similar to Taurus's in that I think God, Spirit, angels, and guides are allowing this to happen, allowing you to see this, allowing, this, because this cycle needs to come to an end. This burden needs to be laid down, this constant defensive energy or trying to hold on to something which is not good for you. It's like Spirit is bringing it to a glaring light to get you to address it one way or the other. Again, like Taurus is a bit of a challenging reading. And there's, I feel kind of sad. There's a sadness to it too, because I feel like whatever this situation or relationship is, you once had a very good connection. And I feel like this is a situation or relationship which has been there for some time. And I feel like you guys have tried a variety of different things and a variety of different perspectives, but it's just the same old devil energy cycle. And you're like, I don't know if this is worth it anymore. I don't know if trying to hold on to this is worth it anymore. And Spirit's allowing this to happen to get you to see this. Any final messages, advice, and guidance for Virgo? The Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The King of Pentacles, so there's a couple here. Now, this might be about your personal relationship. It might be about the relationship of a couple close to you or even parents. Or, again, it might be in another situation of life, like a toxic work situation, environment, job, something like that, which is negatively affecting you as a couple. Could be, it's a general reading, so the essence is still the same. Seven of Pentacles, taking inventory, taking stock, looking at what you've invested in something. The Two of Wands, making a decision to take action or not. The Two of Wands is the Two of Fire, which is action-oriented, so it's about making a decision, being at a crossroads and trying to make a decision as to which to take action, how. The Tower, bringing something to a crashing halt or crumbling down. So, which means for some of you, it's going to be, yes, go this way. And for some of you, it's going to be, go this way. Because what Spirit is asking you to do here, particularly if this is a relationship reading, is ask yourself how much you have invested in this situation or relationship. And think very carefully about that. And be prepared to accept all the consequences before you make a decision that's irreversible, that would bring something crashing to a halt. It might be the best thing, for that tower to come down. It might not. But this is a card about looking at what you have invested in it and whether it's worth it or not. And it takes time to do that. There's no shortcut and no substitute for it. So, okay, Virgo, those are your messages for the first 2 weeks of October. I hope they were helpful. I know it wasn't a particularly cheerful one. It looks like a challenging situation. But I hope at least that it was helpful and validated some of what you were thinking and feeling. Again, if any of this resonates with you, you'd like to reach out for a personal reading for yourself or as a gift for someone else, maybe take a deeper look at something, click the description link below where you'll see my email address, Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. Feel free to email me directly. I'd be happy to hear from you. I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the October mid-month readings. Until then, stay safe and well, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.